Yo! I am rosy-cheeked, sweaty, disgusting, out of breath, don't give a fuck. Look at this. See that on the water? Ducklings. I can't zoom, but actual ducklings on the water. I'm like, just check this out. Fucking amazing. And I was running along and I just thought, okay, I'm going to stop. I have to live stream like now. Hey, Katie. And the thing that was on my mind was I was running along and I was feeling really happy about the fact that I got my ass out for a run, and I've been making sure that I exercise every morning for like the last hey. Yeah, I've been making sure I exercise every morning because it really gets my mindset in check. I'm just going to put my sunnies on because it's a bit bright. Yeah, the full craziness of, like, it shrunk. Look how short it is today. It's normally down here, but it shrunk overnight. This is what happens when you have curly hair. Obviously, I have very important life lessons for you, but right now I just need to point out the fact that it looks like I'm wearing a clown wig, and I'm very aware of it. So, you know, I'm sure you can cope. Which way is the best way for me to sit so that you've got lovely things in the background? Probably this way. Hey, say hi if you jump on. I'd love to know you're there. So anyway, aside from ducklings, what else did I have to say? I'm just going to put my foot on the dog's lead so that he doesn't do one, because he's got a right sniff on right now. He's like, I think other dogs have peed here, and there's some baby birds over there that would be really fun for me to go and play with. So I'm like keeping one eye on him. I just want to jump on real quick to remind you that abundance is fucking everywhere. And I'm wearing my headphones, but I haven't got them plugged in, which is a bit silly, isn't it? Let me just do that. Is that better? I feel like it's a bit windy here, so I don't know if... Yeah, anyway, you'll let me know, right? You'll give me the heads up if it's just like in the microphone. Yeah, so I'm like doing my little run. Say little run, it's a fairly big run today around Val de la Mar. It's a big one for me anyway, because I don't really do the running. And I was just totally struck by just fucking everything. Like, it's so beautiful here. And like the sound of the water, and there were points where I just turned my music off and just like walked for a little bit to just be in the moment. And you can't see this, but there is some seriously cute duck action going over there. Like, thank you, Katie. See, it's so helpful when people talk to me. Yay! I can't, because I would turn the camera around and show you, but you can't really see it because I can't zoom in. But these tiny little ducklings are like it's almost like they're trying to fly. Oh my God, it's the cutest thing. Heinz is transfixed, so that's good. That means he's safe for now. He's got something to focus on. Hopefully he won't start barking. This is better than telly for dogs, this. Anyway, back to the point, Georgina. So I'm running along, I'm listening to the babbling brook, and just kind of taking little breaks in between my running, going for as long as I can, and then going a little bit longer, and then just being like, oh my God, everything hurts, and then kind of stopping for a little minute and just walking and keeping my heart rate up as much as possible. And I just got to a point where there were all these steps, so I was like, right, I have to carry the dog up the steps because he's a sausage dog and they don't want to really go up steps because they're back. So I picked the dog up and we just walked up the steps, and it just hit me like, sometimes I think we get so caught in our own worry stories about whatever is going on in our lives, like any area of life. And so we kind of, it's great to kick our own ass and be like, right, let's fucking do this. And it feels really good and empowering, and then we feel like really buzzed and high vibe and feel really good and just strong, you know. And then we feel like we can take on the world, and so we just keep going. And then it almost becomes a pattern, and we forget that sometimes you have to take your foot off of the gas, if you like. And actually, hey Carol, it's about knowing when to push and when to rest and all of that good stuff. And what I feel like on this run today is that I pushed myself past the point where I would normally push, and that felt really fucking good because it was like, yes, I can do this. But then equally the times when I slowed down to like carry the dog up some stairs or something, those are the moments as well where I just was allowing myself to actually be present in what I was doing and not feel like, hey girl, and not feel like I am doing the running because I have to run and be fit and get myself high vibe. And so anything that you do like on a loop and you stop thinking about something that just becomes a habit, make sure that it's something that's supportive. Oh, there's a plane. Hey plane. Make sure it's something that's supportive. And this feeling that you need to be doing all of the things all of the time, sometimes that's actually a thing that's holding you back, because sometimes you need to stop and actually look at everything, kind of like step back from it all and take a moment and look at it all, lay it all out in front of you and be like, right, hang on a minute, I've spent so much time focusing on this one thing in my life that I've completely neglected this other thing. And sometimes you're doing so much because you're trying to fix the worry in your head, and actually it's just exacerbating the problem and making you feel even more stressed out about something. And so the best thing you can do is actually maybe take a day away from doing it and just always remember to be tuning back into soul and what you're being called to do from within. So if that's go and punch stuff at the gym, go punch stuff at the gym. If it's punch someone in the street, well, I'm not going to advise you do that, but you know, you take your life into your own hands and do what you feel. But if you feel like you need to stop sometimes, that's okay as well. It's all just about listening in. And I feel like so many of us, like the title of this live stream is like, we feel like we have to hold it together all the fucking time. Well, you know what? Sometimes life is fucking hard. Deal with it. Sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's going to feel like it's fucking breaking you. And you know what? You're going to carry on because there is no alternative. You're not going to give up, are you? I know you're not. If you follow my page in any way, I know for a fact you're not a quitter, because you'd have unfollowed me by now and probably done this at the screen quite a lot. Like, shut up, no, you don't know what you're talking about. So if you're here and if you follow anything that I do, or you're even in my life at all, I only associate with badasses. And therefore, I know that we're not going to quit. We're just not going to give up. And so our natural tendency is to like must hold it all together and keep pushing through. But you've got to know when is the time to stop and actually, sometimes you just need to have a fucking cry. There, I put it out there. When I was running just now, I was running, and then I was having in a moment of like just walking, I took my headphones out and I was like, I just really wanted to walk that bit, and I was like, why am I pushing myself to run? I was like, no, if I want to stop and fucking be in the moment, it's like, I don't even know what time it is. It's fairly early for me, especially on like what is effectively a bank holiday. To be out with the dog already. I've not had any breakfast. I've already done my journaling and written 2 blog posts this morning. Like, I've already done work, you know, and now I'm out and I'm treating my physical fitness, my health and my like leisure time, if you like, even though my whole life's really leisure time, let's be honest. Treating this time, I was treating it like work mentality, like, come on, let's go, buckle down, get it done. I'm like, hang on a minute, it's okay if I want to walk for a bit. This is my fucking life. And I'm telling you this because it's really, you know, a metaphor for everything. Just pick the dog up. Who wants to come up here? Come on then, Hamlito. Come on then, come say hello to the people. There he is. I know that's why you're all here, really. For this little sausage face. Anyway, I'm back. He's just getting needy and needing snuggles. Such a fucking baby, but I do love him. Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, sometimes we feel like we have to hold it all together, and it was in that moment of like allowing myself to just take a breath and actually enjoy the surroundings, that I felt almost like my heart just went and tears just came through my eyes, and I was like, oh my God. And then I had like a little cry for about 10 seconds, and I was like, where the fuck did that come from? And it was just like, I just felt my head just going, oh, thank fuck for that. You've been trying to just hold it together. You've been trying to hold it all together. And I didn't even realise I was doing it, because it's just the natural way that I am. And I think a lot of the people who are in my circles, whether it's social or, you know, online, in my online communities or whatever, we get into this pattern of like holding it all together. And I value people who are incredibly honest, real and raw, and tell it like it is, and that they're not pretending to be anything they're not. And so for a moment there I was like, oh no, have I been pretending that I'm something I'm not? And it's like, no, because actually part of what I am, hey Kim, morning, part of the person that I am is someone who does pretty much buckle up and get on with it, because I'm back. Because a lot of the time it's actually what I need to do is just kind of give myself a boot up the arse and get on with it. But really, it's also about knowing when there are times when you're allowed to just release and let it all go. And that is something that I haven't always been good at, in terms of, I'm very good at sharing and being that kind of, being honest and vulnerable about stuff. That doesn't bother me. But I feel like it helps me to do that as well, to share that stuff with you guys when, things are feeling lower or scary or anxious or whatever. Like, that just feels like, of course I'd share this with people, it might help them. But when it comes to that feeling of like, oh my God, I feel like I've been like pretending and holding it all together. And actually, as I say, it's not that I've been pretending, it's that sometimes I do need to kick my own ass, and it is the thing to do. And it's really just knowing the difference between when do I need to kick my own ass and when do I need to kick my own ass to fucking take a rest. Because we can get caught in the cycle of feeling like I've got to do more, I've got to do more, I've got to do more. And then actually that's the thing that's holding us back, is that we are doing all the things and we're not actually enjoying our lives or having fun. And I've recommitted to myself, should I say, just even in the last week, I've recommitted to making sure that I hold myself accountable in all areas. And that means my health and fitness as well. And health and fitness doesn't always mean doing more. Sometimes it means just being more mindful about the things that you are doing. And actually when that happens, I find anyway, that I have got so much more energy that, like, I've been running most days or going to the gym. I did yoga one of the days. I'm going to do yoga tomorrow morning. So I'm moving my body, and that helps my brain process things quicker, which is why I was afforded the opportunity to have a little cry because I allowed myself to physically move through the shit that was in my body that was holding me back energetically and like congesting things. And because I've committed to doing that every single morning, it sets me up for the day. And so what I'm really feeling about today is that today is a day of releasing and a day of like journaling and just putting things, getting closure on some things, putting some things to bed. And then if I feel called later on in the day to get back up and do more and, write some more blog posts or go and do some more exercise or whatever, then I will. But it has to be a moment by moment tuning in. If you start planning everything and planning your life to within an inch of itself, you soon forget why you put those things in your diary in the first place. It's okay to hold it together as long as you give yourself time to honour it and acknowledge it. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. I agree. I concur, Kim. I concur. That is the message of this broadcast. Over and out. But yeah, so I think that's it. Like, holding it all together feels like an energy that would mean that that you don't feel that you're whole or complete or that you're enough as you are. And so it's just about tuning in every single moment and making sure that you're making choices from a place of being soul-led rather than being like driven by the thing that you put in your calendar because you felt like that was what you were going to need a week on Thursday. How do you fucking know what you're going to need a week on Thursday? You don't. It's just fucking impossible. It's impossible to know unless you're actually like real life, proper psychic, in which case send me a message. That would be awesome. Tell me all the things. Anyway, I'm going to go because it's time to get my blood rate